Championship Saturday is rolling right along. 3 are down, 2 more to play. And next up is a rematch from last year's 4A state championship match. Brookland Lady Bearcats taking on the Shiloh Christian Lady Saints. Welcome in the press row. I'm Bobby Swafford alongside Cassie Lloyd. Cassie, a rematch of last year. These two teams expected to be in the final, and here they get to duke it out again.
Yeah, this is a game I've been looking forward to all day. Seeing the rematch from last year's state championship. Both very high volleyball teams, very well coached. It's going to be a fun night. Let's take a look
at how these two teams got here. First, starting with the visitor, Brookland Lady Bearcats. You can see them in the middle of the bracket. They had to fight through Bauxite, Farmington, and then a battle of scrappy Gravette team. Gravette actually had a lead late in the first set, but Brookland able to get the job done. And the big reason why they're here is number 7, Riley Walker.
Yes, Riley Walker is a senior libero for Brookland. She has 405 digs on this season, but over 1,000 in her career. She's going to put on a fun defensive show tonight.
That's one key that we have to pay attention to for Brookland. But as far as Shiloh Christian, again, they were expected to be here. They loaded up in the non-conference schedule. As we take a look at the bracket, they had a little more of a test in the second round than maybe most people expected to. They were pushed to 5 sets by Wynn after they took down Lonoke in the first round, and they handled Fountain Lake. Shiloh Christian did have the advantage of playing on their home court in the state tournament. Don't have that today, but they do have the advantage of playing with Audrey Pender in their lineup.
Audrey Pender is a junior middle blocker who really does it all for Shiloh. She has 337 kills on the season, 48 aces, 70 blocks, and 58 digs. So she gets it done all over the court.
So we'll have to locate number 13 in Navy for Shiloh Christian. The starting lineups are being introduced here inside Bank OZK Arena. So let's look at the lineups. First up for Brookland and Coach Nancy Rodriguez, Brookland Bearcats come in 36-4-1 on the season. Her daughter Chloe in the starting lineup. Polsgrove, Basham, King, Bass, Hammonds, and Walker, the starting lineup for Brookland. As far as Nathan Bodenstein and the Shiloh Lady Saints, 29-6 on the season. Chloe Blessing, Mary Carolyn Reese, and Red, Creighton, Bonanno, Addington, and Pender, as we talked about the starting lineup for Shiloh Christian. When you look at how these two teams got here, obviously when you expect to be a really good team, and you as the head coach of Springdale Harbor know all about that, you have to schedule up, especially when you're Class 4A. You get those 5As and the 6A schools to play against you, and it shows with Brookland. They beat Valley View twice. They beat 3A finalist Baptist Prep. They beat Conway, who's played in the 6A championship earlier today. How tough is it for those schools that know that, hey, I've got to go out and play the best competition I can find?
I think that they're just setting themselves up for success to be ready for this moment tonight. I think it would be a disservice to go and play teams that wouldn't challenge them. I think it's a testament to their coaches to want their kids to be challenged, and obviously it's paid off because they're prepared for this moment to play for a state championship.
Yep, Shiloh Christian did the exact same thing. They beat Mount St. Mary, Rogers, and Van Buren, all schools larger than them. But the losses really speak volumes about what Shiloh Christian, they lost to your Harbor squad, to Southside, who was in the semifinals, and then 4 teams that were in the championship game today. So obviously Shiloh Christian scheduled to get ready for today.
That's right. They are more than prepared to play a tough Brookland team, playing 4 teams that are playing today for a state title, and then 6A schools too. I think that they're ready for tough competition across the net tonight.
So for the next 90 minutes, we're going to talk about your win over Shiloh Christian. How about that? They might turn it off, but you know, we can talk about it in a little bit. So
no, that's not. That's okay.
Shiloh Christian going to serve first. And set number 1 is officially underway here in the 4A state championship. The attack cross court comes quickly from Brookland, and that's Evan Polsgrove, the junior outside hitter.
Evan did a great job right there, finding that seam in the block and hitting that deep 5-6 seam.
Brookland wearing the black unis, white numbers trimmed out in red. Shiloh Christian in the navy, trimmed in gold. Nice dig on the back row there by Bonanno for Shiloh. A bit of a scramble here for Brooklands. Just find the space, and that's what Shiloh Christian does there. The sophomore, Chloe Blessing, gets the kill.
Good defensive plays on both sides, but a great job by Blessing, taking some speed off that shot and finding the hole.
We're tied at 1 apiece early on. I was talking with Madison Fitzpatrick on the previous game. You know, the first 10, 15, 20 points of a match really just feels like that feeling out process.
Yeah, definitely a chance to get acclimated to the gym, depth perception, and get rid of some of the nerves. But definitely a chance to gain some momentum as well.
We got a foot vault there for Brookland, so excuse me, against Shiloh, so the point will go for Brookland. How difficult is it to adjust to playing in an arena style compared to maybe a normal high school basketball gym?
It's definitely different. I think the depth perception is a big deal with attackers and servers, and then you're also playing on a sports court when you played on a hardwood floor all season long, so there's definitely some adjustments to be made.
That block can't be made. Brookland pushes the lead out to 3-1. That's the first mention of the court today. To get a good look at it, we've seen it all day, the blue and orange sports court. So what is the difference between that and a traditional hardwood basketball floor?
I think the hardwood basketball floor, you have a little bit more grounds underneath your feet. The sports court's a little bit more slippery and slide a little bit better. He's trying to make that adjustment defensively, I think.
Shiloh Christian couldn't handle the serve there, so a quick 4-1 lead for Brookland. Nice attack from the back row there from Blessing for Shiloh Christian, but Brookland rallies back, able to keep the point alive, but that one sails long. So Shiloh Christian maybe have to settle the nerves a touch. They trail it 4-2. A large student section behind us from Shiloh Christian. We got Northwest versus Northeast here in the 4A championship. Nice job by Shiloh to prevent the tip and keep that one alive. Now Brookland's trying to scramble. The attack from Reese. They dug up on the back row. Rodriguez tries the tip, not there. Brookland defense doing a nice job scrambling, keeping this point alive. A tip there from Shiloh Christian again, though. Brookland, right place at the right time. Cross-court attack, and that one does get down. Nice job by Reese, the sophomore, to find an open space.
Some great defensive plays. Bello Bonanno for Shiloh Christian was all over the court on that one, keeping him alive.
Obviously the longest rally of this short match up to this point. The Lady Bearcats, they have the early 4-3 lead. The block shows up there for Shiloh Christian. Audrey Pender, we talked about her in the open. 70 blocks coming into the match. Add one to her total there.
She did a great job closing that block and penetrating the net to add another one to her total.
We're all tied up at 4 in the 4A title match. Shiloh Christian couldn't handle a tip there, so Brookland regains the lead. There's something that you look for when you're coaching your squad early in a match, or you just kind of so the feeling out process, kind of the general term, but is there something that you're looking for specifically with an opponent?
Yeah, to start the match, we're definitely looking for matchups on how we can be most successful defensively and offensively, finding the gaps on the other side of the court and figuring out where our strengths are going to be throughout the night.
Yeah, Pender with her second kill of the match right there for Shiloh Christian. And ties the match up at 5. So we went from a college player perspective now to a current coach perspective. Like to pick the brain a little bit, expand the knowledge of the masses. That one's going to sail along. And so for Brookland, a team that's used to being in the finals, they've been here the last couple of years, won the championship a season ago. What if you're Coach Nancy Rodriguez, what are you telling your squad entering this match?
I think you just focus on the present. I know they won last year against Shiloh, but this is a new season, and they've done a good job all season long, just staying competitive and doing things that work for them, not playing outside their zones, but everyone doing their jobs.
That one sails long, so we're tied up at 6 apiece. So obviously the experience of playing one team from one year to the next is there. New faces, of course, it's never the same roster with graduating seniors. How much emphasis as a coach or a player do you put on that?
The opponent across the net, I don't put a ton of emphasis on it because I don't want the team to really worry about that or worry about the past. I want them to focus on our task at hand and our side of the net a little bit as well.
I guess it's probably easier said than done when you're dealing with, 14 to 18-year-old high school kids.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Because you got people like me that just constantly bring it up. Rodriguez attempt to dump it over, it fails. So it's 8-6 Shiloh. I guess maybe the biggest hurdle, and this is maybe looking too much into it, last year's a sweep. It makes me think the first set's so more important, even more so for Shiloh Christian than it is for Brookland.
I definitely agree. It'll definitely help Shiloh Christian gain some confidence to know that they can get wins and sets and on this court in this big of an arena and this big of a stage. help build that confidence.
Yep, so Shiloh Christian certainly off to a strong start as they lead at 9-6. There's been a lot of big swings so far, but they've been catching Brookland's defense out of position a touch. And likewise right there, so Brookland gets the point back, but it's still 9-7 Saints. Serving is Maddie Smith, the senior outside hitter for the Lady Bearcats. If it sounds like the Shiloh student section is in your living room, it's because they're literally right behind us. So if they yell it, you're going to hear it. (10-7) the lead for the Lady Saints. We're starting to get settled in here in the first set of the 4A state championship. Shiloh's got to scramble and can't get back to that because Pender, and that will go back the other direction for Brookland.
Cassidy King put a lot of power behind that swing to penetrate the block and find the floor.
Just 3 seniors on the roster for Shiloh Christian, so they're going to be a problem for Class 5A next year. The Lady Saints have accumulated, easy for me to say, enough points to move up because of the competitive equity. So back-to-back trips to the finals. Tip attempt there by Blessing, handled by Brookland. And then Rodriguez is going to get credit with the kill as she goes up and wins the battle at the net.
That was really good off-blocker defense on some of that off-speed shot that Shiloh has been showing Brookland throughout this early in this match.
Another kill there for Brookland. That one goes to Polsgrove, the junior outside hitter. She's probably had the biggest swings up to this point for the Lady Bearcats. That's her 3rd kill of the match. Riley Walker, who we talked about in the open, serving for Brookland. Big swing denied there. Nice job by the block set up by the Lady Bearcats.
Chloe Rodriguez did a great job setting up that block so her middle could close to her. They both penetrated the net great and got the block.
Mini run by the Lady Bearcats have got them out in front. They've scored the last 4. Make it 5 as the attack can't be handled by Bonanno on the back row, and Brookland has turned a 10-7 deficit to a 12-10 lead.
Riley Walker's doing a great job on the serving line, serving tough and in, changing up her speed to try to get Shiloh on their toes.
See if Shiloh can put a run to the there. They can. Nice job with the dump there by Layla Creighton.
Front row setter, only 2 hitting options in the front row right now. Just found a way to side out and get the next point.
So what makes that play right there so difficult to defend? Obviously, you're not expecting it. You're expecting the traditional bump set spike. That time you catch them off guard.
That time she was off the net. So front row setter, you're expecting her to throw it down when it's tight, but being off the net, the blocker started to release already to the outside, so she just caught him a little bit off guard.
Shiloh can't take advantage of the serve, though. That one goes into the net. So Lady Bearcats lead back to 2. They're about halfway home here in the first. They say that one caught the pin or the antenna. And ruled out. So 14-11's the lead. Rodriguez serving for Brookland. Middle attack really strong there from Chloe Blessing.
Creighton, the setter from Shiloh, is doing a really good job of switching up her offense. So Brookland isn't sitting on the pins knowing what's coming to him. That 2-ball there, I think, caught him off guard.
And right down the middle, brings Shiloh back within 14-12. Attack got nicely by Bonanno. Shiloh on the attack the other way. Nice job defensively. Shiloh gets the block and the point.
Shiloh's block is doing a great job communicating and moving along the net, closing some blocks, making it really difficult for Brookland's attackers.
Yeah, Caroline Reds right there in the middle there, number 4. She stands 6 foot even as the junior. Big time attack there. They're going to say Shiloh was in the net, so that point's going to go over to Brookland.
Grove is taking, as she goes into the back row now, she's taking some really big swings with a lot of power, helping Brookland be successful in this first set.
It's 15-13. Brookland does have the lead. Shiloh doesn't handle that serve cleanly. Have to scramble to get it across, but they do. Chance for Brookland to take advantage. And Rodriguez dumps one across, and just like we saw a few minutes ago with Shiloh Christian, catches the Saints napping.
Yeah, back row setter, you do have 3 attackers in the front row, so a lot of time that's a little sneaky play that the defense isn't ready for.
Shiloh Christian tries to go cross court, but the attack from Reese carries long, and now Brookland has opened up a 17-13 lead. And Coach Bodenstein from Shiloh Christian wants to take a timeout, so we'll take it with them. Step aside for 30 seconds as you're watching the 4A State Volleyball Championship on Arkansas PBS Sports.
For every moment, for every memory, from that first car, to your first home, to your first child, and all the highs and lows that tomorrow might bring. For everything that matters most to you and your family, there's someone right around the corner dedicated to helping you protect what you love. Your local Farm Bureau Insurance agent. Farm Bureau Insurance. Real service, real people.
At Wendy's, we're focused on what matters. That's why we've made our hamburgers square. When you want to experience the delicious taste of Wendy's hamburgers, just ask the question, square's the beef. So Brookland's got a 17-13 lead, and coming out of that timeout, what do you want to see from your squad if you're Coach Nathan Bodenstein?
I think just reducing our unforced errors. Their hitting percentage right now is a 167, so if they can minimize those errors and start putting some balls away, I think that will be a good benefit for them.
240 hitting average right now for Brookland. So that attack does catch the back line, so Brookland takes advantage. You might have heard some of the fans, maybe a coach yell for a double. I compare that as to the 3 seconds in the lane for basketball. Everybody yells it even though they may not know what it is.
Yes, if anybody sees a ball spin, then they definitely think that's a double.
So Brookland's pushed the lead out to 5, and quickly answer does Chloe Blessing. That was a big kill from the back line. The Saints needed it.
It's a good tempo by that setter. Number 1, Chloe Blessings was ready to come in and attack and be aggressive.
Here's Bonanno with the serve. And dove, a nice job to get it up from Polsgrove. And Brookland able to just dump it across. That's Addie Vowell, her senior right side. Shiloh Christian trying to crawl back into this one. They trail by 5. That's not going to do it. That one into the nets from Pender. And now a 6-point lead for the Lady Bearcats here in the opening set.
Brookland's doing a really nice job of staying calm and collected and keeping the ball in play and making aggressive plays.
The Lady Bearcats have not dropped a set all postseason, regional or state tournament. And that one, though, goes awry, so Shiloh creeps back within 5 at 20-15. Shiloh with a 226 hitting percentage on the season, but as you just mentioned, they're struggling so far this first set at just 133. Nice ball moving there from Brookland, pushes that to the outside, and Maddie Smith puts it down.
That's Maddie Smith's second kill of the night, but she did a really great job of staying open to her setter, finishing her arm cross body, and tagging the corner.
Seen good balance from Brookland up to this point. 5 players with at least 2 kills. That serve, though, goes into the net. And quickly gets that point back to Shiloh. They've got to put together a run, though, due to the Lady Saints. They want to find a way to crawl back into set number 1. Smith's attack Tipped at the net. Nice job to quickly elevate. Layla Creighton gets the kill.
It was a great up by libero Bella Bonanno, and their setter was just aware of the block not being prepared and turned to put that one away.
21-17, Shiloh Christian creeping back. It's Paige Addington with the serve. And the block comes up big for Shiloh Christian. Brookland, though, keeps it alive. And Blessing with the big hammer and drops one down. Shiloh back within 3.
Chloe Blessing is having a great game. That's her 6th kill of the match so far, hitting over a 400%.
So when you've got, as Brookland takes a timeout at 21-18, you've got the hot hand with Blessing. Is it tough as a coach or as a team to not just to give her the ball every time? Because obviously you got to spread it around because the defense is going to set the block in front of her.
You definitely want to have a balanced offense, but if you know a hitter's getting the job done and if Brookland's struggling defending them, I think there's no problem in continuing to feed her the ball to try to close the gap here in this first set and then hopefully take it.
And 6 kills compared to just 1 error for a Blessing. And her Shiloh Christian team has scored the last 3 points and they've pulled within 21-18. Is there anything that jumps off either one of these sides, Brookland or Shiloh Christian, that screams, okay, they're going to be able to take advantage of this, or this is not working either way?
I think Brookland's doing a really nice job of balancing their offense. Like we just talked about, Chloe Blessing's doing a great job putting balls away for Shiloh, but Brookland has 4, 3, 2 kills from several different players, so they're very balanced on their offense, which makes it very hard to defend.
Brookland scrambles to get it across. Shiloh Christian chance to chip into that lead even more, and they can't do so as that one sails wide. And so instead of being a 2-point margin, it's now 4. 22-18. Hannah Bass now serving for Brookland. And the better rallies here we've seen up to this point. Shiloh Christian gets the block, and they say it's a 4 hit, so that one didn't come across the net, make contact. So the Lady Saints now will serve down 3. They've got to make a run at this point. They can't afford to trade points. A little miscommunication on the serve there, and Brookland, though, stays alive. Rodriguez tries to dump, doesn't work. And that time, Shiloh did the same, and Creighton puts it into the net. Now it's 23-19, Lady Bearcats.
Shiloh just has to stay calm and reduce their unforced errors. Brookland's really taking advantage of that.
So it's 4-point advantage for Brookland. That one's going to sail long, so now it's going to be set point for the Lady Bearcats with a 4-point advantage, and Shiloh wants to take their second timeout. That's 24-19. So obviously it's 1 point at a time, that 1 play at a time, but when you're sitting down 5 just to tie this thing up, and the next point for the other side is going to win the set, what's your conversation with your team, or is this more so to try to get Brookland out of their rhythm?
I think right now, if I was in Shiloh's position, I would just talk to them about taking care of our side of the net. If they can start getting their feet to the ball a little bit on attacking, serving a little bit tougher to focus on getting Brookland out of system, I think that will help them. I think if they just focus on themselves right now and taking care of their side of the net, that will help them chip away at the lead.
The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas, through their 17 electric distribution cooperatives in the state, is proud to support, spotlight, and celebrate Arkansas student athletes and Arkansas PBS Sports. For more information, just visit aecc.com. Shiloh has exhausted both of their timeouts. Riley Walker back to serve. The set's on her hand for Brookland. Shiloh Christian goes to the attack. That's Blessing. And Brookland can't handle it, so that's the first of 5 needed points there for Shiloh Christian.
Great play out of that timeout. Stuck the pass, a good tempo set, and Blessings put the ball away.
There's no such thing as a 5-point serve, so Shiloh's just going to have to chip away at it. We got to petition the National Federation for that 5-point serve. And Brookland, that attack goes long. couldn't get on top of it was Basham. So the senior middle blocker sends that one deep. And now it's just a three-point margin. Serve couldn't be handled there. That one's put down by Shiloh's Caroline Red, a junior, and all of a sudden, it's a two-point match.
I always think the server deserves a little bit of credit up for that kill as well. Creighton did a good job of serving tough and in, getting the overpass so Shiloh could be set up for success.
At minimum, it rewarded an assist, right?
That's exactly right.
Dorado does a nice job digging that one out of the back row. They're going to say Shiloh Christian was into the net. The Lady Saints don't like it, but that's going to give the opening set to Brookland at 25-22. We'll step aside the 4A state championship. Brookland has a lead on that call right there. We step aside. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Volleyball Championships presented by Everett Buick GMC.
I'll do whatever it takes to protect my family, and part of taking care of them is using a bank that takes care of us. That's why I use Centennial Bank, a strong institution for an uncertain economy. I know them and I trust them. They have a strong financial foundation, which means that my money and our future is never in doubt. Life is busy, and there's plenty of things to worry about. My bank isn't one of them.
Centennial Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
For every moment, for every memory, from that first car, to your first home, to your first child, and all the highs and lows that tomorrow might bring. For everything that matters most to you and your family, there's someone right around the corner dedicated to helping you protect what you love. Your local Farm Bureau Insurance agent. Farm Bureau Insurance. Real service, real people.
I think it's important for Arkansas PBS to have sports because it provides sports on a greater platform to the entire community. And it also gives people in various other communities an opportunity to see other schools and other athletes and to have a greater appreciation for not just their own community, but the sports that are available across the state of Arkansas. There are so many lessons that sports provides, and it's one of the reasons why it's so important to the next generation of athletes coming up.
Looks like we have some new help in the marketing department.
Action! Hi, I'm Susie Everett with Everett Buick GMC. I think you need to work on your line better. How about you do it? Family owned, customer friendly. Family owned, no friendly. Come see us at Everett Buick GMC, I-30 at Alcoa exit. But left, everybody!
We never gonna stop.
Conway Regional Health System is proud to support, spotlight, and celebrate Arkansas student athletes and Arkansas PBS sports. Since 1921, Conway Regional Health System has provided complete health care services to the growing communities of North Central Arkansas. For more information, visit conwayregional.org. So Brookland takes the opening set from Shiloh Christian. 25-22. And they're going to serve to start things off, and this is Rodriguez. That one might have sailed long, and Shiloh Christian couldn't make the decision if they wanted to let it go. Savvy Williams tried to play it, couldn't get a hand on it, so Brookland out to an early 1-0 lead. It's got to be the most stressful fraction of a second a volleyball player has, right? That serve's coming at you right at the back line.
Yes, even if your teammates don't communicate with you, it's a little bit stressful on the decision that needs to be made.
Shiloh Christian able to come right back, though, as Blessing puts one down. Kill number 8 in the match.
Chloe Blessings is really carrying offensively for Shiloh.
No other player has more than 2 kills for Shiloh Christian. 14 now as a team. Blessing again to the attack, tries that deep corner. Nice job there by Brookland. Does not catch the back line. That was close. They're going to say it was out. And Shiloh Christian the early 2-1 lead. The line was a little bit wider. Might have been in. Shiloh playing with the 2-1 lead. Here's Reese. Another kill gets down. So 3-1. Good start to the second set after dropping the opener.
Creighton did a great job of staying neutral on that set, holding the outside hitter there, ready to help block up at the middle, and then she threw it back, and she was one-on-one, and the block was late. Took advantage of it.
Bobby Swafford alongside Cassie Lloyd here at the 4A State Volleyball Championship. And Shiloh Christians open up an early 4-1 lead in set number 2.
Shiloh's done a nice job coming out of set 1, very composed and calm, still confident. They understood that the score reset 0-0.
Brookland trying to respond. A little dump attempt doesn't work. That one, I believe, ever made it across the net, so that falls harmlessly to the ground if you're a Brookland fan. So it's 4-2. Looking at the season numbers for Shiloh Christian, try not to refer to them too much because each match stands alone, but it's obvious that Blessing is the straw that stirs the drink. 461 kills on the season, and nobody else with more than 300 for Shiloh. And the block again shows up big. 1 Blessing and 4 Red, both right there.
Blessing did a great job with that setup, and Red got over there quickly to close the gap and did a block for Shiloh Christian.
What's the key to being a good defender or a good block in the middle of your defense?
Blocking is really about just staying patient and reading the first, you got to see the pass and where the pass is going, and then reading the setter and taking a good positive first step. I think if our eye sequencing is good on blocking, then we'll be able to close blocks. But if we get caught watching the ball and don't have our eyes on the right things, that's when you'll be late and have some gaps in the.
Walker with the serve for Brookland as they trail at 5-3. A quick set in the middle. And Red's attempt is dug out nicely. Right back to her. The block still there for Brookland. Block couldn't quite get that one back in. Reese, that one has deflected off her hand, so the kill goes to Brookland. And the Lady Cats back within a point.
Kill there for Maddie Smith, who isn't the tallest outside hitter, but she does a great job at finding high hands and finding a way to put the ball away.
That one sails long, so now we're all squared up. 3 consecutive points for the Lady Bearcats. An unforced error there for Shiloh. A really good serve there from Brookland's Walker. Chance for the offense to take advantage of it. And they do. Again, Maddie Smith elevates and puts one down.
Rodriguez did a great job on that set, staying neutral and holding that middle blocker and finding a good tempo to the outside to find the seam so she could put it away.
Brookland's back out in front, 6-5. Great job by Walker on the back row. That one, though, going to send wide. All tied up at 6. These two teams really seem like they're just trading body shots right now. Blow for blow.
Walker's doing a great job defensively, helping Brookland keep a lot of rallies and plays alive.
Those are the plays that don't necessarily show up on the box score, but are vital to having a successful evening. Quick set there, doesn't work out as a block right there for Brookland, and now they have a chance to take advantage of the offense. Again, that one's coming right at us. Shiloh Christian able to recoup. Diving Rodriguez couldn't make the play. That one might have been close to sailing long, but in the heat of the moment, it's hard to let that one go. And the kill for Shiloh puts them back up by a tally.
Audrey Pender in the middle did a great job holding that block to help her find those seams.
Nice job by Bonanno to dig that one out. A tip attempt doesn't work for Brookland. As Cassidy King tried to float it over the net, couldn't get it done. Now Shiloh's lead pushed back to a deuce. Again, they go after Walker on the serve. And Shiloh Christian has a chance to set up the offense. That one down the line, they're going to say it was tipped at the net. And that's going to be a kill for Brookland. Such a bang-bang play there at the net, it's hard to tell. And of course, if you're wearing Shiloh Navy, you think that it wasn't touched. But if you're wearing Brooklyn Red, you know it was.
Maddie Smith snuck that ball right on the outside of her arm.
Nice attack there. Nice diving effort for Nato for Brookland. I haven't seen a lot of really deep rallies. These two teams have found a way to find some open courts and put it down.
Both teams are doing a good job at finding the seams and the corners and finding ways to put balls away.
Rodriguez tries to dump, doesn't work. Shiloh gets back defensively, but they send that one long. Allows Brookland to get back within 9-8. So is the lack of long rallies an indication of really anything more than good offensive play and a good court awareness?
I think it could go good offensive plays for sure, putting balls away, ending the rallies. Then also an increase in unforced errors, ending the rallies with our errors.
Trying to speak a long rally into existence, we might have done it here. Maybe the longer points of the night. The block that was there, didn't finish it off though, as Polsgrove gets credit with the kill.
Polsgrove just has so much power behind her swing. She has a really aggressive, explosive approach, tied in with a really explosive arm swing. She's found a way to find the floor in several different ways.
9-9 here in the second. Brookland leading Shiloh 1-0, and that one goes long. And so the Bearcats are taking advantage of a mini run here to regain the lead.
Brookland has done a really nice job of serving tough and in to get Shiloh out of system on their first contact, which is so critical to success.
Maddie Smith going back to serve for Brookland. Nice tip there for Shiloh Christian. The block has been set up nicely. Reese Jones recognized it. A little tip there. Maybe reading the defense and played their strength against them.
Brookland was sitting ready for a hardest swing, and Reese did a great job of just finding the floor.
5'11" outside hitter is Reese Jones for Shiloh. Blessing with the attack. That's dug out nicely by Polsgrove and then dumped across for Brookland. You see the Lady Bearcats try that a little more often than most teams.
Yeah, and Rodriguez has done a good job. She's not just, a lot of times setters, you see them tipping to the donut a lot, two hands set over, but Rodriguez there did a good job of tipping deep over the left back's head to find a different way to find the floor.
Dorado saves that one on the back row, and a nice attack on the far side from Blessing, but the Brookland defense right there, and then the Lady Bearcats are in the net.
Dorado is doing an awesome job on the back line. That was her 16th dig of the match. She's kept Shiloh in a lot of these rallies and keeping them alive based on her defense and platform.
That's more than double any player for Brookland, so she's been the defense on the back row. Quick set there for Shiloh Christian. Doesn't pan out. They got another chance at it here. I'm going to say that one hit the pin, so that one sails wide. And Brookland takes the 12-11 lead. Even though that one was in.
Yeah.
Blessing attacks the back row. Nice diving save there by Walker. And they can't get it across. So We're just trading points back and forth, 12-12, Shiloh Christian and Brookland.
It was a really great swing by Blessings, a really out-of-system ball, had to be really patient. And she didn't get the kill on it, but really put it in a nice spot to get Brookland out of system.
Both these teams' hitting percentage not exactly something to write home about. Shiloh at below 100, Brookland just over it. I think that's more of an indication of good defense. And battle for it, the net, and Red gets it across for Shiloh. That one, though, finally put down. Addie Vowell, the senior right side, gets the kill. This kind of feels like one of those games where a 3 or 4 point run may determine it. Brookland's got to scramble to get that across, and they do. Shiloh, though, quickly on the attack. Red, her attack looked good, but Brookland in the net. That ties us up at 13.
Shiloh's done a nice job in this set and switching up their offense. They've really been diligent about getting other hitters involved, not just Blessing, and getting their middles involved has helped them be a lot more successful.
Big swing there from Reese Jones. She's credited with the kills. The block can't get over in front, and Shiloh regains the lead at 14-13.
Reese Jones, third kill of the match. She's hitting a 286, so she's done really well this set.
Blessing with the serve, but that one sails long, so the lead they had is now gone as we're even. Obviously, we know service errors are going to happen, but how frustrating as a coach is that? You take the lead, and all of a sudden you give it right back to them.
Yeah, it's very frustrating, especially when you side out and you don't have the serve. You can only score 1 point at a time, but on the serving line, it's free range. So going on runs is very important to success in our sport.
Shiloh can't handle the serve there, so back-to-back points because of the service game for Brookland. Riley Walker back to serve again for the Bearcats. Great one there. They'll set up her offense. Big swing and put down from Cassidy King as the block couldn't get in front.
Riley Walker has gone on big serving runs since that's what we've been talking about. She's gone on several serving runs every time she's been back there. This is her third serve right now of this run.
That's an ace. The first ace of the game, and Coach Bodenside is going to take a timeout, and he's trying to get his team fired up, and we'll take a timeout with him. We step aside. Brookland's got a lead in game number 2.
For every moment, for every memory, from that first car to your first home, to your first child, and all the highs and lows that tomorrow might bring. For everything that matters most to you and your family, there's someone right around the corner dedicated to helping you protect what you love. Your local Farm Bureau Insurance agent. Farm Bureau Insurance. Real service, real people.
We're back, 17-14's the lead for Brookland here in set number 2. They took the opening one. If you like watching these championship games, well, consider donating. Go to myarpbs.org/donates. This is the first of many championship games we've got fired up. Volleyball, we got one more tonight. Football championships coming up first 2 weekends in December. And we'll roll the calendar over to 2024. Baseball, basketball, can't forget about that. Softball, all right here on Arkansas PBS. That attack's going to sail long. That's a big break there for Shiloh Christian. They took the timeout. Now they're back within a pair.
Shiloh has Audrey Pinder back up at the net now, so hopefully they can get her going.
Luis Bonanno at serve for the Lady Saints. And that's going to be an ace. As a coach, you got to feel good. You call a timeout, you automatically reel off 2 points, right?
Makes you feel like that timeout was at a very good strategic time.
It's all about coaching, right?
That's right.
Good serve on that back line. Brookland scrambles to get it across. Now Shiloh has a chance to go on the offensive. Couldn't get a good hand on it, could Reese. And that one goes into the net. So the Lady Bearcats lead back up to a 2. Brookland took the opening set 25-22. This one nip and tuck just like the first. Really good placement there for Shiloh Christian. And it's not going to go down as a kill, but gets the job done. Swing by King's dug out for Shiloh Christian, and now Brookland tries to go back the other way. Been really impressed with Maddie Smith so far. You mentioned that she's not the tallest player on the floor, but she will elevate and put some power behind it.
She's very efficient. That's her 6th kill and only 1 error. She's hitting a .308. She's helped Brookland be successful tonight for sure.
And the vertical's been on display, and she's back to serve as well. 19-17 lead for the Lady Bearcats. Shiloh's got to scramble to try to keep it alive, and they do. That one tips just off the fingertips from Rodriguez. Kind of a scramble drill. Works out for Shiloh. A big point there as they climb back within a digit.
Some good defensive plays there. Shiloh hoping to gain some momentum to close the gap and take the lead here in the set.
It's 19-18, Brookland in front. Rodriguez tries to dump one over, and that's going to get the job done. Catches the Shiloh defense off guard and pushes the lead back up to 20-18.
Rodriguez has done a good job holding the block and the defense accountable. Even though there's only 2 true attackers in the front row right now, she's established herself as an attacker as well, making them be weary of her.
Well, they're going to say Brookland was in the net. That's going to wipe a kill from Emery Booker off the board. That would have given Brookland a 3-point lead. Instead, Shiloh now back within a point.
Rodriguez did a good job jump setting that ball right after she got the kill on the dump. So the middle on Shiloh jumped with her. They had no block up there. Shiloh got lucky there.
A nice job at the net by Blessing there, and we are all square at 20 apiece.
Really good court awareness by Chloe Blessing, knowing that she did not have to take a big swing there to find the floor. She was very court aware.
A big timely ace there for Shiloh Christian. Just their 2nd ace of the match, and Brookland's going to take a timeout. We'll step aside with them for 30 seconds. Shiloh Christian trying to even things up here in the 2nd set.
Do you think that's the key thing missing in the conversation about climate change?
Learn a lot about the African American experience.
It's your palate, it's your taste, it's how you like to cook.
Look at all the colors.
Discovering stories of people.
Voices will be heard today.
People really see the message.
Such a shared experience.
The choice is yours.
You make the decision.
With Passport on the PBS video app.
Shiloh Christian's got a 21-20 lead here in set number 2. The Lady Saints trying to even this matchup at a set apiece. And they've got a points advantage, and they've got the serve. As Audrey Pender, what have we seen from Shiloh Christian on this little mini run here?
I think they've done a really good job of staying composed and having next ball mentality. Regardless if they made an error or not, or Brookland takes a big swing like that right there, they've done a nice job of just moving on to the next play.
Evan Polsgrove says, I'll take your 3-0 run and end it real quick with a big swing.
Polsgrove's 7th kill of the night. She's been a big heavy hitter for Brookland tonight.
Shiloh Christian going to answer right back. So we're starting to see the big swing come out. It took us a set and a half to get there. We're bringing the hammer as Blessing puts one down.
Shiloh's done a nice job at the tail end of this set of keeping their first contact clean, so their setter can really deliver a great ball.
Blessing the first one in double digits with 10 kills now. Speaking into existence, Polsgrove coming right back. Now she's got 8 kills. 22 all. Essentially the match we expected between these two 4A heavyweights, and that service is going to give Brookland the lead.
Really tough serve, serving in between the seam there. Just a little communication error on Shiloh.
Colesgrove does it in the kill game, now the service game. That one, though, gives it right back to us. That one right to the middle of the nets. Really have lost faith in student sections through the years.
Yeah.
The whole you can't do that, and now there's a net there.
Yeah, not getting as creative as they used to.
I'm pumped that they're here.
Yes.
Well, let's be creative. I can say that because I'm an old man now.
That's right.
Get off my lawn. Big time dig there by Bonanno. Can Shiloh take advantage of it, though? Good block by Brookland. And another big swing on the other side from Maddie Smith as the Lady Bearcats take a 24-23 lead, and Shiloh Christian going to burn a timeout. Seems like anytime Brookland needs a big play, they try to find where number 10 is in Maddie Smith.
Maddie Smith has been getting it done on both sides of the ball. She's playing 6 rotations tonight. Been a big offensive threat, but also playing left back and making some great defensive plays along with it. So she's been a huge part of Brookland's success.
Maddie Smith, 7 kills, 3 digs on the defensive side of things. She's doing it all. Quick look at the stats. And Brookland's been really balanced all evening long. They've got 5 players with at least 3 kills. Smith and Colesgrove have a combined 15 between them, though. And Shiloh Christian starting to spread it out a little bit more, but Reese Jones and Pender all have 3. That's nowhere near Blessing's 10, though. Let's get a look at Coach Nancy Rodriguez trying to take a 2-0 set lead here in the 4A title match. And they're a point away from doing it. And again, Riley Walker, who seems to be serving this entire match, is back behind the line. The quick set, the quick spike there for Shiloh Christian, and Caroline Red, and the junior puts one down.
Great pass by junior Bella Bonanno to help Shiloh stay in offense and be able to get their middles involved.
So we're all squared up. It's going to take more than 25 to get this one done. A great serve there by Bonanno. Can Brookland rally to get it across? They do. And Shiloh's got a chance to take advantage, but can't. Quickly, Brookland puts it down, but that one's out. And now Shiloh Christian's going to be serving for the set. And Brookland going to take a timeout. It may take us forever to get to whoever gets the 2 points. So let's take a 30-second timeout with them. Shiloh, 25-24. They're serving for the set when they get back.
When you choose Conway Regional, you're choosing a healthcare partner rooted in your community. With 9 primary care locations in 5 counties, we believe in building lasting relationships centered on trust and personalized care. Let our family care for yours.
Set number 2 has been back and forth between Shiloh Christian and Brookland, but now it's the Saints who are serving for the set. After they drop the opener, 25-22, chance to bounce back and take this one from the defending 4A champs. Dorado, good serve again. Rodriguez with the set. And the attack there going to be put down from Brookland, and nice job by the Lady Bearcats to handle the good serve from Bonanno, and now they get a whole new ball game. Both teams have taken both timeouts, so we'll find a winner here eventually. We'll play until somebody wins by 2. The block set up there in front of Smith. Nice job there. And it's going to be 2 hits there on Brookland, so Shiloh Christian's defense puts them back in front.
Shiloh's defense and blocking has been really fun to watch this set. They've done a really nice job setting up a great block so the defense can play hard behind them.
Savvy Williams on the serve now for Shiloh. Second set point. That one might have sailed long, but saved by, or dug by Bonanno. Shiloh Christian gets it across. The tip doesn't work for Brookland. And now Shiloh has a chance to set the offense. The quick set, dug out by Brookland. Brookland rallies to save that and keep it alive. Shiloh Christian still on the offensive. Walker digs it on the back line. Now Brookland with a chance to attack. That one tipped. Nice adjustment there in the middle by Fulfer. Really good point here from both sides. Neither team giving way. Shiloh may be out of alignment. They're going to have to scramble back. Now Brookland with a chance. By far the best point of the match after this juncture. Both teams just trying to find something, and that one finally goes out of bounds. Shiloh Christian couldn't keep it alive, and Brookland ties it up at 26.
What a rally. It's really fun to see both sides of the net scrapping and playing hard, not backing down at 26-26 in the second set.
That's a big, big rally there on both sides. Now how do you handle the fatigue and the moment after that?
Just really focus on the next ball, doing your job.
A quick set there, off the mark, and now Brookland's going to be serving for the set. Neither team has a timeout, so we're going to play this one out. 27-26, Lady Bearcats have it. Maddie Smith back to serve. Quick set there in the middle. Shiloh has really struggled with that quick set and couldn't get it down, and Brookland rallies back to take game number 2, and now they've got a 2-0 lead. They take it 28-26. Lady Bearcats going for the sweep. When we come back, as you're watching the Centennial Bank State Volleyball Championship presented by Everett Buick GMC.
When you choose Conway Regional, you're choosing a healthcare partner rooted in your community. With 9 primary care locations in 5 counties, we believe in building lasting relationships centered on trust and personalized care. Let our family care for yours.
Vaping addicts you to nicotine and can prematurely age your lungs to those of a 70-year-old. Don't get lost in the fog. Learn more about the hazards of vaping at projectpreventar.org.
Hi, I'm Stephen Reichland. I'm proud to have been a part of Create since the very beginning. Show your love for the channel by becoming a sustaining member of your local public TV station. Your annual support helps ensure that Create will be on the air for many years to come. Visit createtv.com for more information, and thank you.
For more than 50 years, Arkansas PBS has been a trusted resource. Our high-quality programs are seen by viewers in every corner of our state, making on-air sponsorship a solid investment. Aligning your business with Arkansas PBS offers a powerful blend of community engagement, corporate philanthropy, and cause marketing. And our viewers remember and appreciate businesses that support our programs. Contact us today for more information on sponsorship opportunities.
Arkansas PBS offers the inspiration you need to do it yourself, with a wide variety of programs to satisfy the innovator in you. From sewing to gardening to home improvement and cooking, we have everything to fulfill your DIY needs. Tune in every Saturday for your fix of DIY programs, only on Arkansas PBS.
1, 2, 3, turn it up! Whoa. It's going up in here! Let's go!
Let's take a look at tonight's Arkansas PBS Student All-Star for Class 4A, and that's Bella Bonanno from Shiloh Christian. The junior libero's got a 4.06 GPA, and she plans to go on to Ole Miss to play volleyball. Congratulations to Bella on being tonight's 4A All-Star students of the game. So here we are, Shiloh Christian down 2-0. How do you get back into this? Obviously, point at a time, set at a time, but if you're Coach Nathan Bodenstein, what are you telling your squad?
think you just need to focus on your first contact. First contact on the serving line, staying tough and in to focus on getting Brookland out of system. First contact on the serve-receive line so they can get more hitters involved. Not just throw it out to the pin, but get their middles involved and start focusing on having a really balanced offense.
The offense really hasn't been there for either side. Shiloh Christian hitting .094, Brookland hitting just .103. What do you think is a good number? What's a good number for your team? What's a goal for a match?
Our match goal is 260.
260. So these are well below 260. So they don't cut it for Harbor right now, but they're in the 4A title game. They don't have to worry about you as a hard coach.
Well, 260 is tough for us as well. It's just a goal.
Got to set the bar high.
That's right.
Nice job. Diving save by Bonanno, and Shiloh Christian gets it across. Set number 3. That one's going to be out. Came wide of the pin, and the Lady Saints have an early lead. So really both opening sets, 1 and 2, Shiloh Christian's right there until the end, but much like we saw with Baptist Prep over Hackett in the 3A championship, that timely run for Brookland really has been the difference.
That's right. Shiloh's jumped out to a fast start. They just need to focus on their consistency throughout the set and not worrying about being worried about finishing the set, just taking it point by point and staying calm.
Here's Rodriguez. And Chloe's just a junior setter. Big swing there, and Addie Val credited with the kill. 31st kill of the match for Brookland compared to this 24 for Shiloh Christian.
And that's Addie's 6th kill of the match.
It's 3rd most on the team. I like the balance for Brookland. So you're talking 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. That's not just numbers in a row. That's the number of kills for their team.
Done a really nice job staying balanced throughout the match, making it really hard to defend.
So Brookland's got a 2-1 lead, but that's going to even things up there as Blessing gets her 11th kill of the match.
It's a great swing, fast tempo offense. It caught the defense still moving on the other side of the net. That tempo is going to be an advantage in this set.
Chloe Blessing is going to be a problem for a couple more years in Northwest Arkansas, just a sophomore. Nice job to stay with it defensively. A heads-up play by Creighton. Keeps it alive for Shiloh, but the block's right there for Brookland. Well, the quick set goes wide as Basham can't get it down.
Brookland did a great job blocking there, but Shiloh was there ready to cover and scrap to keep the ball alive. That was great work by them.
Felt like a big point as long as that rally was. See if Shiloh Christian can take advantage of it. They cannot. There's kind of that push attempt. Goes right into the block and falls down for Polsgrove. It's a cheap kill, but all counts the same.
We talk about that a lot. A kill is a kill in the stat book. Doesn't matter what it looks like as long as it's hitting the floor.
That one not going to get across. Error there for Brookland. Going to give Shiloh the lead once again. 4-3 early here in the 3rd.
Shiloh got Bella Bonanno back on the serving line, who scored a lot of points for them tonight.
Nice diving effort from Bonanno. She's all over the place. That one, though, I think they're going to sail on. But Bonanno, you got to be impressed with the way she plays the game. She is not afraid to lay out, put the body on the floor.
She's not. Her movement is so fluid, and she reads so well defensively that it makes it really difficult for attackers to put balls down on her. She stays calm. She works hard. That's her 27th dig of the match.
That's why she's going to play at the next level in the SEC, committed to play at Ole Miss. And the block comes up big there. That's Cassidy King. And Shiloh Christian, though, can't take advantage of it. That one was close to the back line, but ruled out. job by Shiloh Christian to find some orange courts. It's unoccupied. So we tie this matchup at 5 apiece.
Good play by Pender, just finding the floor and forcing the ball into the corners, just putting it where the defense is not.
When you see a match that's this closely contested, both teams are struggling to put the ball down. As I say that, Maddie Smith just drills one.
Smith comes back on.
But when you're hitting percentage, both of them right at 100 or below. I mean, what do you tell your team to try to get out of that offensive funk, if you will?
Got to keep swinging. Just really focus on our setters delivering good balls. Our first contact being clean so the setter can deliver a good ball. And just keep on moving on to the next ball. Can't give up, can't stop swinging. Got to keep trying to stay alive.
That one sails long, so this is not a great question after that display, but do you think it's a mixture of offensive miscues or just really good defense?
I think it's a combination of both. I mean, both sides of the net are playing such good defense tonight, scrapping, keeping balls alive. But then also just the connections with their setters, too. Got to really focus in on getting those going.
Shiloh Christian with back-to-back hitting errors, and that one sails long. 8-5, Lady Bearcats here in the third. Libby Hammond's back to serve, the senior. A quick set there for Brookland. That one doesn't get across the net, though, so Shiloh Christian ends that run. And there's 3 straight for Brookland. Smith sends that one right, though. So back-to-back points now for Shiloh Christian. These two teams just kind of trading barbs. That's where this feels like one of those matches. Let's go ahead and fast forward to 19-19 and play it from there.
Yeah.
That kind of really feels like where we're going to get to. And Rodriguez tries a dump, doesn't work. Quick set for Shiloh. Now Blessing. Her attack goes long.
Trading point for point right now. Our hitters need to focus on getting their feet around the ball and keeping those servers back there so they can go on a little bit of runs to try to separate.
Yeah, that block's been there for Brookland. You think maybe Shiloh Christian trying a little too much to go over it as that serve sails long. Does that creep into your mind? Like, okay, the block's been there so much. Consistently, they're affecting my shots. I got to try to do something different.
Definitely, especially as the match goes on. If you're having trouble finding the floor, then I think it definitely can get into a hitter's head on how do they work around that block and figure out what can work for them.
So Shiloh Christian has a handful of errors come back to bite them, and Brookland responds with a handful of errors on their own. So we're tied again at 9.
I think that's going to come down to who can play the most consistent.
That one again sails long, so 3 consecutive hitting errors.
Line judge called a touch on that one.
Oh, excuse me. A little ahead of myself, so that'll be a point for Brookland.
No more Mr. Nice Guy. No more Mr. Nice Guy.
So Walker back to serve now, wearing the red jersey, black number 7. Quick tap there. Can't get down. Well, that one does, though, by Blessing. A little help from the net. And it looks like we got a replay. And they're going to say a ball rolled on the floor. So we're going to replay the point.
I think Bella Bonanno's argument is there might have been a ball on the floor, but she didn't believe that it affected the play.
Serve can't be handled. That one's sent over the scorer's table. Now Brookland takes advantage of it. As a point that would have gone to Shiloh was replayed. Now it goes over to Brookland. How tough as a team is that to rebound from?
It's tough just simply because the momentum shifts in volleyball are so important, and you think you caught a break and might have got done wrong on a call. Sometimes that's tough to come back from.
Blessing with the touch. And goes over the block. Nice job to recognize that all angles were cut off and just tips it over the defense.
Great little teardrop. tip there. She's been swinging away, so the defense was sitting back ready for that, and switching it up helped her find some success.
13 kills now for Chloe Blessing. Brooklyn leads it in the category that matters. That's 2-0 in sets, 11-10 here in game number 3. But Shiloh Christian quickly ties it up as Caroline Red puts one down.
Great serve again by Creighton. Needs that additional assist.
Layla Creighton again back to serve, the 5-7 setter. That one's going to sail on, but they're going to say got another touch at the net, so the kill goes to Polsgrove. She leads Brooklyn with 11 now.
Polsgrove has had a great night. 11 kills on 8 digs, getting it done on both sides of the ball. She's been fun to watch.
Rodriguez serves, handled on the back row for Shiloh. A big swing and another kill for Polsgrove. Making it an even dozen for Brooklyn's number 20. And she's kind of starting to take over this match offensively for the Lady Bearcats.
She is. Her defense is staying really calm, delivering the setter good balls to keep her in system to let Polsgrove go to work.
Good touch there from Blessing, and it's going to be one of the cheaper kills she gets, but as you already said, don't matter.
That's right.
That's a complete spike in the box score.
Yes, exactly. Shiloh did a good job there pulling Blessings from the pin to the center of the court to give her a different look on attacking.
Great placement from the back row attack there from Brooklyn, and your Shiloh Christian, that's the one you can't let slip away.
That's a out of system back row attack. That's one you want to keep in system and run with it. But she pinged that corner. A great play by Brooklyn.
So it's 14-12. Bearcats out in front. Yeah, Bonanno tries to dig that one out, but another big kill from Polsgrove. Make it Baker's dozen, 13. Polsgrove really starting to get into it now. Even that was Maddie Smith.
Maddie Smith, yes.
Yeah, those two really taking some big swings. Shiloh's going to take a timeout. They're trailing by 4. We'll step aside with them. Brooklyn looking to close out the sweep as you're watching the 4A state championship on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Sports is so important to this state and the fabric of the state, and I appreciate Arkansas PBS doing all the state title games, and that makes it available for not just the fans in Central Arkansas, South Arkansas, but fans around the entire state. I can only think of the kids in small towns, and this is the biggest moment maybe in their sports careers, and they have that keepsake of having that game on TV to have with them the rest of their lives.
There's a good look at Kai Caddy. Thanks for the great work that he's doing today. If you want any live action photos from the game, go to myarpbs.org/photos. You can grab some free downloads, have print made. These are a great championship keepsake. You want to look at some of the work he's doing, just hop on the AAA social media. Those are all his pictures that have been sent out today. Tip of the cap if I was wearing one to Kai Caddy. He's also a former UCA Bear, so he gets that going for him as well. I haven't got to plug my alma mater much today. Shiloh Christian got to get back into this one, trailing 16-12. And now we've got a foot fault, I believe, so that one's going to start the potential of a Shiloh run. That job put down by Brooklyn's Addie Vowell. She adds her kill total. She's got 7 now in the match.
Brooklyn's balanced offense is really helping them be successful and spread the gap here in this third set.
One blocked in the net. Shiloh Christian going to reset the offense. The block coming up big for Shiloh Christian. Now a back row attack from Blessing. Quick set there, dug out on the back row again by Blessing. Shiloh now on the offensive, the blocks there. These two teams just duking it out for this point. Block again there for Shiloh. And we'll reset and try it again. Bonanno just lays out and keeps the point alive. Eventually it had to come to an end, and Addie Val gets another kill. And that was a critical rally there for the Lady Bearcats.
What a rally on both sides of the net. Defense scrapping, bodies laying out. Val did a good job of putting it away, peeing in the corner to terminate the rally.
That's a big swing there. You kind of thought a quick point was needed for Shiloh Christian, and they certainly get one. As Audrey Pender, who hadn't called her name a ton today, but she does get the kill.
Great pass, a great set. Really good swing.
Pender's 5th kill of the match. She's got a negative hitting percentage. Not what you expect from a player of her caliber. 18-14, Brookland's got the lead here in the third set. That one's gonna go long. If the Shiloh Christian knows now's the time, they've got to put a run together.
They really need Williams here to stay tough and in on the serving line so they can get some easier balls back throughout Brookland's balanced offense.
Good block there by the defense, and that's going to be a lift called against the Brookland front line, and it's exactly what you're talking about. Need Savvy Williams to stay on that service line as long as she can. Brookland struggles to handle that serve. Now Shiloh a chance to add to their mini run. Might have mistimed that one a touch, and now that one sails long for Pender. Kind of seems off a little bit.
Yeah, we saw her run and slide right there. We haven't seen her run that offense very often. It just seemed out of system, maybe forcing it a little bit.
And Brookland leads at 19-16. They're on serve. That's Libby Hammonds. They tried the slide again. That one looked much better.
Sure did.
Still dug out by Polsgrove. And can't be saved by Williams. So Brookland now just 5 points away from going back-to-back. And Shiloh Christian's going to take a timeout, so we'll step aside with them. Saints got to put together a run. We'll finally come back for the conclusion of set number 3 right after this.
Do you think that's the key thing missing in the conversation about climate change?
Learn a lot about the African American experience.
It's your palate, it's your taste, it's how you like to cook.
Look at all the colors.
Discovering stories of people.
Voices will be heard today.
People really see the message.
Such a shared experience.
The choice is yours.
You make the decision.
With Passport on the PBS Video app.
Here's a look at that last point as Brookland has opened up a 20-16 lead, and there it is, 5 points away from winning another 4A state championship for the Lady Bearcats and Coach Nancy Rodriguez. I didn't mention the assistants today, but Nate Klein and Katie Dillon over on the bench for Brookland. Shiloh Christian's got a host of them: Angie Baker, Denise Bonanno, Maddie Thompson, Jody Younger, and Haley Roberts. Those are all the coaches, alongside Bodenstein and Rodriguez, the head coaches. They get all the attention, but the rest of that staff's putting in work as well.
Programs can't run with the full coaching staff.
Big serve there, and quickly returned from Shiloh Christian, but the Lady Bearcats had a chance to take advantage of it, couldn't do so. Now Shiloh coming right back. quick set there. Again, dug out by Walker. Nice job on the back line. That one sails wide to the attack from Maddie Smith. Doesn't connect. And Shiloh Christian creeps back in with 3. It's 2017.
Shiloh's defense really kept them alive in that rally. Bella Bonanno, 32 total digs in the match.
Really weren't going to keep her down long. Maddie Smith hit one wide on the last one. They come right back to her, and she puts it down on Brookland. 21-17, 4 points away for the Lady Bearcats.
Maddie Smith has had an incredible night. 12 kills, hitting around a 200 and 6 digs.
Into the net though, and can't get the job done for Shiloh Christian, and now Brookland just 3 points away. A little miscommunication, too many bodies in one area, couldn't get a good swing on it. That one drilled home though, so Shiloh Christian not going away. Counted up another one for Blessing.
Blessing's approach was so explosive and her arm swing was so fast. That was a really impressive swing.
22-18. Shiloh's got a mountain to climb right now. Bender for the back row. A quick set for Brooklyn. That's put down. Cassidy King, the junior. Inches the Lady Bearcats ever closer.
It's a great in-system dig, so Brookland could get their middles involved in transition. That's a tough play to defend.
Blessing with the touch. Nice job to come up and dig that out from Hammonds. That's Shiloh, able to stay alive. 23-19. Here's Creighton serve. And a big swing there from Colesgrove, and now the Lady Bearcats are on the brink. 24-19, they are a point away from going back-to-back.
Colesgrove has had a big night. She has a double-double, 13 kills and 13 digs. She's been a key impact player for Brookland tonight.
These Lady Bearcats have just been a thorn in the side for Shiloh the last couple of years. Blessing, her attack sent the other way. That one into the net, and the Lady Bearcats have done it. They go back-to-back. And Brookland wins set 3, 25-19. And the state championship's going to stay in Northeast Arkansas. We'll step aside. Trophy presentation coming up in just a few minutes as the Brookland Lady Bearcats have won the 4A state title, and you're watching it on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Broadcast of this championship game is made possible by the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Over 2,500 team members across 17 local electric distribution co-ops, powering homes, farms, and industries somewhere across Arkansas. We are the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Power and people.
Vaping addicts you to nicotine and can prematurely age your lungs to those of a 70-year-old. Don't get lost in the fog. Learn more about the hazards of vaping at projectpreventar.org.
When you choose Conway Regional, you're choosing a healthcare partner rooted in your community. With 9 primary care locations in 5 counties, we believe in building lasting relationships centered on trust and personalized care. Let our family care for yours.
1, 2, 3, turn it up! Whoa. It's going up in here! Let's go!
Shiloh Christian receiving the state runner-up trophy for the 2nd consecutive year. It's not the hardware they came for, but a hard-fought match here in the 4A state championship. And Cassie, it really felt like Shiloh Christian was on the brink of breaking through, especially in that second set. But when they saw Brookland go on to win that one, was it 28-26? That's really when all the momentum went out of their sails.
Yeah, Shiloh did a nice job all night battling and playing tough defense. But nothing just didn't fall their way. Brookland played consistent throughout the whole entire match.
So Brookland, for the second straight year, is taking the state championship back home to Northeast Arkansas. As we take a look at the stats for today's match, and they're really pretty even. The hitting numbers weren't overly impressive on one side as we take a look at the stats for today's match. Just a 0.055 hitting percentage for Shiloh Christian. You see the number of attacks and the digs there, and that's where that hitting percentage comes from. The Shiloh Christian offense just could never really seem to figure out that block for Brookland.
They couldn't, and Brookland UC has 45 kills. They did a good job. Their percentage wasn't as high, but they did terminate more balls than Shiloh, which really gave them the advantage. And they're balanced offense. Having 5 attackers with 5 or more kills, and Chloe Rodriguez ran a beautiful offense. She had 5 kills herself as a 5-1 setter. There's
a good look at Riley Walker, the MVP in this matchup. Take a look at the highlights from this one, and again, I mean, it's not going to show in these highlights, but like the defense really was the biggest thing to me. It really was impressive to see Brookland's block take Shiloh Christian really out of their game. So Shiloh Christian can't get it done for the second straight year, but Brookland does. What did you see from this Brookland squad today?
I just saw their consistency. They really had an X-ball mentality. Their defense was scrapping. I thought Riley Walker did a wonderful job as their libero, keeping balls alive and helping them hang in long rallies. And then Rodriguez just delivering a beautiful, balanced offense. Both of their pins played great. And I thought their offense was very successful because of Riley Walker's first contact.
So Brookland wins it again, but we're almost done here today. 4 championships down, 1 more to go. As the 5A state championship is coming up next. Greenwood and Benton going to square off coming up a little after 7 o'clock. So stick around, don't go anywhere. For Cassie Lloyd, I'm Bobby Swafford. You've been watching the Centennial Bank State Volleyball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.